everything.
We had no clients, no money. Yeah, nothing.
Do you think working together as brothers has affected your relationship or not, or has it made it better?
I feel like it's made us closer.
Yeah.
Because we've had to go through challenges, and I feel like when we've had those challenges, we've had to talk to each other and been quite open and also challenge each other at times. Hey everyone, big thanks for supporting the podcast. We really do appreciate it. If you want to hear more from us, hit the subscribe button or press the bell icon for future updates.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Superfly Sessions. Today we've got Charlie, Nick,
Hello. Hi.
and Lily.
Hi.
Have I got a sweat patch? I'm like this.
No, there's no sweat patch.
Okay.
You're good to go.
I don't want to keep that in.
Yeah, keep it in.
Okay. So today's a bit weird. We don't have any guests apart from, well, we do. We've got our own guests, Charlie
We
and
flipped
Nick.
the guests.
We've flipped the guests. And me and Lily are chatting to the owners of Superfly.
Oh, how lovely. Thank you.
Me and Lily are going to ask you some questions. But first, we'd just like you both to go into a little bit about the business. Obviously, Superfly Marketing, we know all about it. We've worked here for a year and a half now. But it's 13 years old? 12, 13?
12 and a half, so yeah.
12 and
you're
a
right.
half years old. Obviously, you guys have obviously been here since the beginning. So can you tell us a little bit about how you started it, where it came from, where the idea came from?
Well, I suppose I'm probably best to start on that. So I did a marketing degree at uni. And so then I was kind of in a marketing route, I'd say. Then I got a job at, I actually got an internship. So I was doing free, like a day or two a week free for Hull and East Yorkshire Mind, the charity. Straight after uni, and eventually they offered me like a trainee kind of marketing role, and I was there for about 5 years, which was great. It was really fun, really kind of young team there as well at the time, but also marketing in general is quite challenging, but marketing mental health services to people who don't necessarily want mental health services 13 years ago, when there was a much larger stigma towards mental health, was a real challenge. And then I was working with agencies quite a bit, and then I thought, I think I can do this. And at the time, you'd just finished we were living together, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Whilst you were doing your degree.
When you first started, I think I was working, wasn't I? I will have been.
God, you two
Yeah, I
are
was
so
working.
old.
So
can't remember.
old.
Yeah, I did a post this morning. I was like, it was 13 years ago. I mean, that's a third of my life.
I was
A
8.
third of my entire life.
I was 8 when
Yeah, you were 8. We need a little.
started the business. Yeah.
Lily 8.
Yeah.
I don't know how old I'd have been, like 11.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
I was 25, 26.
Bit older than me then. That's crazy.
Bit older,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bit older.
I need to get my ambitions in check.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
How were you not starting a business when you were 8?
I know.
Yeah,
I should have been making connections in the industry when I was 8 and
should have
not,
been on LinkedIn.
and not
Okay.
playing with Barbie dolls. Like,
yeah, exactly. But no, we were living together. I don't know roughly on the timelines, but then Charlie then got. I knew a guy called Mike who was working at an agency down the road, who one of the larger ones at the time, and he was looking for someone to work in the kind of performance marketing side of things, so kind of techie. So I thought, oh, Charlie might be good at that. And then he went for an interview,
Yeah. Just fell into it.
got the job, fell into it. Yeah,
Fell into it.
But-
I did computer science at uni and was like, right, never want to do that again. So now what?
did you hate it?
I hated it. Yeah.
How come you did it? Did you think that's what you wanted to do? And then,
It was actually my mum
oh really?
kind of swayed me in that direction. I wanted to go down more the journalist route, like writing.
You are really technologically minded though. You are very good at that side of things.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine you being a
but,
journalist.
I like writing stuff.
But you don't like talking to people.
Huh?
That's podcast.
Why am I here?
You've changed.
So you sort of did it because you were good at it,
Yeah.
rather than like.
Well, no, I wasn't good at the coding
were you
bit.
not?
No.
You have to learn to be
I
good.
thought
That's
you
why I
would be.
hated it.
You are good at it now, though, right?
Don't do coding now, really.
Dabble.
Dabble.
And then how long were you in that job for after uni?
2.5 years,
And
I
then
think.
And then I was thinking, I can't remember the moment. I remember there being a moment when we were at,
Had pizza.
it was pizza outside, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we had a chimney and we were drinking. And we were like, I'm thinking of doing this. Would you be up for it? And you'd be like, yeah. I'm so like,
get me out of this
you were
job.
probably like two like whatever you drink, the recorder link. So then you were like, yeah, this sounds great. And then it wasn't that long after that, was it?
No.
I then kind of got pushed in my role to leave.
Really?
Long story short, yeah. A lot of people were leaving. I think the government was changing and the pressure within the charity at that point, people were just getting like removed left, right, and centre. So they were cutting a lot of costs. But then that enabled me to. Then that was kind of like a real clean. Right now, you've got to do it. Go for it.
like a
Yeah.
push.
What
Yeah,
else are you
yeah,
going to do?
yeah.
You might as well do it.
And Tony was going through a similar career change at the time. She was working in Whitby to grow her career. So then that was just like me in the house on my own from like 6 a.m. till like 8 p.m. So I was just sat on my computer all of that time, really. And then when you start in a business, it's really exciting. And it's like, right, you've just got to make this work.
Yeah.
And then within 6 months, I think it was going well enough for you to be like, right, I want to jump. And then when Charlie jumped, it was all of a sudden we got an office. And then that's when I felt people started to take us more seriously. Because then we picked up our biggest client at the time, which was massive for us at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of covered me and Charlie's minimum wage. So for us, like, right, got minimum wage, fine.
Yeah.
Now we can build on that.
Yeah.
And I think...
Did you both have houses at the time as well?
No.
No.
You used to live at home
Renting.
still? Oh, you was renting?
I was renting as
Oh, right,
well,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that... when you're a business owner as well, it's very difficult to get a mortgage
Yeah.
the first couple of years anyway. So, but no, yeah, we were both renting and then we've got houses now, but 12, 13 years in. But so then after that, I felt like it was fun to start off with, wasn't it? It was just me and you. I was playing all my metal music, which Charlie hated, and Charlie was just winding me up like all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what's changed, really?
Yeah. And then we got to the stage where we were just too busy, or I was like designing 6 websites as well as doing the invoices and going out to try and find new clients. And Charlie was doing all the performance side of things and managing the server. And it was just getting silly. So then we hired Jack Foster, who we still chat to quite a bit now, which is great. Like a lot of the people that we've worked with over the years and hired, we're still like friends with, and it's real nice.
I think that's what's great about Superfly. Like we hire apprentices and we help people get into the industry and stuff. And you often have these people where they don't see the benefits of having like teaching people and learn, And you see like a lot of people come out of this business where they've excelled in their career. Like Jack, for example, is this his first job?
No. I think it was his second job. He was working for another kind of smallish boutique web agency before.
But he's come through and you've helped him, he's helped you, and then he's gone on to something great, which is great.
Yeah.
I think that really helps, with the super. Like it's always been like that, I feel.
It has up until now, I'd say, or the last year or two.
Yeah.
Over the years, I'd say over the last kind of 12 years, we've probably brought in an additional person to help with the team. And we've always been quite conservative we've always brought in apprentices because obviously like money side of things, we've always been quite, I'd say, on the cheap scale, cheap but good. Like we've over-serviced but been cheap.
Which I guess you have to do to like...
I don't know whether you do.
I think when you're first starting out, obviously, you've got to...
I think
maybe.
we could have cranked the prices faster than we did.
Okay.
but there's
Yeah.
loads of things that
You can
would
always
have done
say like, I
different
wish
in
we could. Yeah, I
hindsight.
wish we'd have done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or
But what we
Well,
have
Yeah.
done is met
Yeah.
But we had no capital at the beginning.
no,
We had
we
zero.
we didn't
Started
have
from
any
zero,
money. We
yeah.
didn't have
Yeah.
a loan.
We didn't take any. We've not,
No, we just did it.
So that like some people start with like an injection at the beginning and then they spend that on hiring like big wigs, but we couldn't do that.
And also, a lot of people start at marketing agencies who've worked for marketing agencies before. So then sometimes they take some clients with them. There's nothing.
do.
I worked for. I mean, you worked for an agency, but you didn't. There was none of that.
No.
so you literally had nothing to start with.
We had no clients, no money. Yeah, nothing.
Do you think back then it was important to build a network then, and how did you go about that?
That was.
Especially
I
12 years ago.
felt that was the most important thing.
Yeah.
So I just basically went to every possible physical networking event. So I was out like 2 or 3 times a week with my 3-piece suit on
Did you wear a
and
suit
my
as
Lego
well?
hair.
No. I didn't wear a fucking suit.
No, Charlie's never worn a suit.
Lego hair.
So we're going to kick it off with a few questions, and I think you've got a few questions for us.
Yeah.
Lily's come prepared with our little cards.
You've
and
probably got more questions for us than we've got for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we probably have. There's about 18 on here, I think. Anyways,
18.
Cool. Okay.
so we're going to kick it off with the questions to start with, and I think Lily's going to go first.
Yeah, so as a business owner, obviously we are hiring at the moment. So what do you look like? What do you look for when
What?
you're?
What do you look like?
What do you
What
look
do you
like?
look like?
Well,
We've got yeah. What do you look for in someone when you're hiring them? What are like the main things that, you know, when someone walks into the interview, what are you looking out for immediately?
well, I suppose it's before then, isn't it, what we're looking for. And generally in marketing, it's something that makes you stand out, I think. It sounds really cliche thing to say, but if you're applying for a marketing job, it's a portfolio, it's something creative, it's a CV that's kind of personalized. I think less like when I was applying for jobs, it was all about like like a personalized cover letter,
Yeah.
and people still do that, and it's just showing that effort, I think, and showing that you actually really want the job, and you qualified for it, or as qualified as you can be. Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends what role as well, because like with trainee roles or apprenticeship roles, we're looking for kind of a spark, really. Whilst a more of a fully fledged role, we actually want proof that someone can do the job, because generally they have to come in and
And
manage
do it, yeah.
stuff for clients. So
Charlie.
Yeah. Just,
So like
is
when,
this how it's gonna go?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when someone
What he
walks
said.
in, you know, for an interview, like what are the qualities that you're like, wow, yeah, they're
it's just someone who
fit
has
in.
something a bit different about
Yeah.
them. Like when we get the CVs through, we get so many, they all just merge into one. So having something different makes people stand out like that. Shows that creative spark. That's a massive thing. And then when someone comes in for an interview, it's more about the personality fit and
Yeah.
that they feel like they'll gel with the team than anything, to be honest.
I think that's a lesson we've learned over the years. I think we hired on more of a personality fit to begin with. Then we flipped and hired more on ability. And then really, you just need to wait and find
the medium.
the kind of the perfect balance, really.
Yeah.
Because we've rushed into hiring before, and both times we've rushed, they've both been errors.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Who?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Insert picture.
Yeah, insert picture.
So that actually brings us on to the next question, really, which I guess you've kind of already explained, but what was like the original vision for your company, and like how has that changed as it's progressed? Because I guess 12, 13 years ago, you probably didn't know that you'd be here. So like what was the original, you know, when you started, what were you like expecting?
Didn't really have a vision, to be
No, I
honest.
understand.
Literally
Just
nothing.
winging it.
Literally had nothing.
Just seeing how it went,
Yeah.
seeing what happened. It was fun. It was exciting. We get on really well. It was
yeah. I was gonna go on to that. Do you? I was about to say, do you think working together as brothers has affected your relationship or not, or has it just made it better?
I feel like it's made us closer.
Yeah.
Because we've had to go through challenges, and I feel like when we've had those challenges, we've had to talk to each other and been quite open,
Yeah.
and also challenge each other at times. And because of our relationship, I feel like that's just kind of made it stronger and forged that even more than it was before.
Because I feel like you both have really different personalities.
Yeah, and
Which
I feel
just
like
works
that's why
so
it
well.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if we were similar, then it might be different.
Yeah, me and my sister are really similar, and it's great because we have so much in common, but we clash sometimes, you know.
Yeah. It's weird how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, personalities that are
When you
similar,
are like the
clash.
opposite, you
Yeah.
seem to.
Makes you wonder as well, like if you didn't work together and your personalities are so different, how would that dynamic work? Would you be like those brothers that only get along when you go to like a family
barbecue?
Well, after we obviously lived at home together in our family home with a mum and dad, but then after that we moved out together in a flat and we lived together for like 3 years. So I think there was already
been close.
that close relationship.
Yeah.
You don't really think about that. You just like, oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Charlie's answer. Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, I agree.
Just like pretty chill.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall I go on to the next question?
Yeah.
So we've got another question for you, which would be, if you weren't running an agency, what would you be doing?
Fuck knows.
I don't even know. Us.
What would you like to be doing if you weren't an agency owner?
Like, did you have other plans when you were younger, and then did that sort of change?
No, I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea.
Because you did marketing at uni, didn't you?
So again, like funneling from parents just because I feel like that was more of a thing when we were younger. Parents helped you with your career a bit more. Probably because we were just like, well, I don't know. They're like, well, you need to know something. But then we were like, well, you don't really, do you? But I did accounting and economics, which was fucking horrendous. It's
Sounds
like,
awful.
it was like,
It's so not you as well.
no. Economics is basically like algebra and politics combined.
Yeah,
like
that's
what?
awful.
And then accounting is like, it's all numbers and doing like subtract, like sums and stuff.
You lost me at numbers.
Well, yeah.
Lost me at accounting.
I feel like that's it though. And I just found it so boring. I really had to try hard to even scrape a decent mark. I was just like, I'm just not very good at this. But then the second year, because of the way that the whole business school was, you got to like do everything in your first year, which was really good. So then I quickly realised I didn't like any of the financial stuff, and I liked like advertising and marketing. So I went into that, and eventually that was what the degree I got.
So in a way, like going to uni kind of swayed your decision to like,
It did, yeah,
and
yeah.
it helped you, you know,
Like,
see your opportunity.
yeah,
Like,
the uni thing's like a hot topic of contention, I think, of how to get into certain industries.
yeah.
And I don't really think now there's a right or there's a wrong. If Ellis or Ruby wanted to get into marketing, my children, I would say do an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a better route. However, the degree that I got absolutely helped me get into marketing. I don't think I would have got the role that I got at Mind because of that. So it's interesting.
I think it definitely depends, but I do feel like now uni is seen as sort of a bit of a kind of a filler
Nice to have.
that people sort of do when they don't really know what they want to do, which I guess in a way is good.
It is, yeah.
Because it can help you be like, oh, I actually really enjoy this and this is what I want to do. Or you can be like, I hate this so much, get me out of here.
Exactly.
And then I'm so glad I did it
Yeah.
because, I mean, I did something that I just liked the sound of and I enjoyed doing. But I also did it because I didn't have a clue. And I was like, shit, I need another 3 years to decide.
Yeah.
Do you know? But
And you do a lot of growing up between the ages of 18 to 21
and
as
I
well.
think, yeah, like it gave me a lot of life experience, like living
same.
on my own and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
and, you know, doing all of that. But I do think it's seen now as
Insert clips of Lily's life experience, just getting pissed.
yeah, it'll just the life experience,
DJ.
and it's just me DJing in someone's dingy basement. Yeah. But yeah, I think now it's quite, not controversial, but I think a lot of people have sort of they'll just sort of say, well, you're only going to uni because you didn't know what to do, so you just you wanted to put a pause on life. Which, in a way, I agree with.
I think that's quite a cynical way of looking at it. I think there's pros and cons to apprenticeships, and I think there's pros and cons to uni. Uni's expensive.
Uni
that's
is
a
so
big
expensive,
thing.
and
You end up getting
it's
loads of
definitely not
debt.
for everyone. I mean, in my first couple of months, I was sort of debating, like, do I even want to do this? Like, I hated it.
You get homesick as well, don't you?
Thank God I carried on. But yeah, I hated it so much. I didn't really click with anyone in my first couple of months. And I was like, oh God, is it going to be like this for 3 years just so I can say that I've got a degree? But then I was passionate about the degree. So I was like, no, I am doing this for that reason. I'm not doing it for a social life.
That's weird. Because
That changed very quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like, I would never expect you to struggle getting
Socially.
on with people.
I got
Socially,
along
yeah.
with people. I think I just struggled to find like my people.
Yeah.
And then I did. So
Yeah.
like, thank God I stuck it out. But,
And that's a life lesson in itself,
yeah,
isn't
of course
it?
it is. But yeah, I'm just glad. I'm glad I did it. But I do think there's a lot of talk now around like, are you even passionate about your degree, or are you just doing it for the sake of it? To say you've got a degree, or to say I went to uni for 3 years and I lived in a different city. And that's like, not for me, I don't care. I think go for it. If you want to go live away for 3 years and party, then that's great.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have a lot to say about uni now as like you're just doing it. But yeah. So, next question. As founders of a marketing agency, have you ever felt out of your depth? I feel like that's a bit of an obvious question, but how do you deal with that when you feel like,
Like, this is a bit much.
like you're drowning?
I feel like that every day.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that today.
That's crazy.
So
Let's break that down.
Yeah. Let's break down the therapy session.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
I think
But you don't really
I
seem like
always
that.
feel inadequate, as silly as that sounds.
I don't think it sounds silly.
I don't feel like I'm doing anything great. I just feel like I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
oh,
That
So-
imposter
Wow.
syndrome.
Yeah.
you're always in my experience of you is that I don't know many people that I've met in marketing or business that are better than you at what you do.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Which gives me the confidence actually to be like, yeah, we're great. To be honest, I felt like the opposite. I felt like maybe I have to start off with, maybe that was a thing as well, that kind of like proving ourselves to some degree, because who were we, just this new brother combo, like, and we were young as well.
Yeah.
Like in our mid-20s. Like Charlie was even younger. Charlie, what were you, like 22? Like, that's
Something like that,
ridiculous. So, but I think when you're competing against like, I don't know, like people in their 40s and 50s who run a team of like 20 or
That
30.
experience.
Yeah, it's natural. But now, I feel like after a few years, I felt like the opposite. I was like, oh, we're so good, and we always get like, we're not recognised enough. But I kept with the long-term kind of plan, just carry on doing what we're doing, like trying to improve things slowly but well. And now I feel like we've reached the potential, and now I feel like, now, let's go.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, yeah, I think you get used to the pressure, I think. But I feel, for me anyway, I set more boundaries. So
Yeah.
I've got downtime. If I'm going home on my laptop, I'd actually just lose my mind and I'd melt away.
Yeah.
So when I get home, that's it. No emails, no work. Unless there's a emergency. There's not many emergencies in marketing, but there can be.
Yeah.
But
Just be yours, Charlie. Do you feel like imposter syndrome is in like, I'm not good enough at my job, or just like, I only work in marketing, I'm not saving lives type of feeling?
A bit of both, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah. Like I I don't feel like overwhelmed very often. I do sometimes if I'm tired.
Yeah.
And then I'm having like a really busy day. Sometimes I'll feel like, oh my God, there's so much shit going on. Like I can't like wrap my head around it, and I have to kind of like pull myself together and then just work through it as like a list. But like, I don't feel like I do. Like the job is just marketing. It's not anything fancy. It doesn't feel fancy to me.
Lives.
Even
Yeah.
that's imposter syndrome, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it feels.
Yeah.
But like, I don't feel like I always try and do better. So I always feel like I'm not doing good enough, I think.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
constantly feel like that as well until you figure out that you don't have to.
I just think running a business,
They're all
they're like you're
human.
always gonna feel some sort of pressure, aren't you? Like that's just inevitable.
I think
You're managing a team, and
yeah, it's the responsibility, I
Yeah.
think. And as that grows, the responsibility starts to loom even more. So then we have to make decisions which are more like, let's look after the long term. Let's try and not be reckless here and look after everyone. Whilst before it was maybe just looking after me and Charlie and a few other people. It's now like 13, soon to be 14. There is more of a weight.
yeah,
But personally, I'm like, right then. Here we go. Here
Yeah.
we go again. I feel like that I'm motivated by a challenge.
yeah,
Yeah.
I won't let it defeat me. I won't let other people defeat me.
So just one last question, and then we'll move on to your questions because I don't want this to be way too long.
No,
Um,
my questions are rubbish. So these have been really good.
Should we just do one then? Should we do one for us? Let's do one for us, and then we'll do one for you first. So, do you feel the pressure to become the next big marketing agency? Do you feel like, there's so many of them that pop up nowadays. Do you feel like, no, let's stay to our roots? Or do you feel like, right, we need to get better at this because this is coming and this is coming and these people are popping up?
I always want to be better. That's just me. I always want to do better at the job. So anytime I do something, I'm really critical of my own work. But as an agency, it's more just constantly looking at what we're doing. I never look at it and be like, oh, I want to be the next like social chain or whatever. Like, I'm not bothered about that. Like, don't care. But I also don't want to let us drop what we're doing in terms of quality. I always want to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
I think we've always tried to do that.
Yeah.
We've always tried to do that in the service, and we always tried to do that as a company as a whole.
100%. I'm aligned with that as well. It's just trying to be better in every way, really. Not only from a service, but the team, bringing in like people like you guys who have been amazing. But then what can we do to look after you? Because really, selfishly, if we're looking after you, and that's looking after us really, innit, as well. Like it makes our life less stressful if we've
Yeah.
got really good people to rely on that are happy.
yeah. I guess it's not about being like the biggest and having the most clients. It's about, the work that we're doing and
For me, it's
the
about
people.
it's about just improving where we're at.
Yeah, I think
I've got no control really over what other people are doing. I've got different lives, different people. There's all sorts of different variables. There's people. There's other like work out there that I think is great and that I can take. Be like, oh yeah, I really like what they're doing. But it's not like, oh shit, what are they doing? It's like, it's just constantly trying to improve us, isn't it?
I'm always looking at what other people are doing and being like, oh, that's really good. Why don't we do
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah,
And
like, how
taking
can we-
inspiration
Yeah,
from
yeah.
stuff. It's just making sure we're always doing the best work we can, and then everyone's having the best time they can whilst doing it. That's really important.
Yeah.
well, we're having a great time, just so you know.
Right now.
Right now, yeah.
So do you want to move on to, I think you guys have got one question for us. I'm going to say you guys, Nick. Yeah.
Sir, back to me. Sir.
Sir.
Right. I suppose I was just thinking about questions to ask you young women who have come into marketing, still relatively new in your careers. So what is the best part about working in marketing?
The people. Thank you very much. Yeah, just I think for me it's getting to be like, this is gonna sound really like cliche and cringy, but just like getting to be creative all the time.
Yeah.
And like I love talking to people. I love working with like-minded people. You know, and working with people who all have different ideas and different ways of like going about things. I've like learnt so much in my first year. You know, before when I was at uni, I think I've learned more in this job than I ever did in my 3 years at uni.
Yeah.
Which I guess is always the case, isn't it?
I feel like that's inevitable. I feel like uni gives you a broader kind of like
this
education.
is what it's all
It's
about.
more education.
Yeah.
Whilst when you're doing a job, you're doing the work, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're then putting into place kind of what you've learned, and you just learn so much quicker once
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Yeah, and I think it's evolving all the time, which is really exciting. Like there's always something new. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there's a lot of like AI stuff at the minute, which is slightly worrying, but also it's really exciting because you've got to think of how you can utilize it rather than how you can, you know, how it's working. It's not working against you. It's something that we can work with.
I think that's the best way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You've got to have that mindset.
You don't
towards
really
it,
have
I
a
think.
choice.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So,
No.
but yeah, like I say, it's always changing. There's always, you know, it's like getting new clients and getting to work on new projects. And I'm loving all the video stuff as well
Yeah.
that I'm doing. But yeah,
Marketing landscape is so
there's just so
dramatically
much.
changed.
There's so much
Yeah.
going on, and I love it. It's just always every day's a party.
I think the best bit for me is just like constantly learning all the different things because marketing is such a broad topic. Like there's so many umbrellas under it, if you like. I think, yeah, I started off creating content on Instagram and YouTube and I didn't realise marketing was a thing. And I think just getting 5 years down the line from that or something, I've learned so many different things working with Charlie and Holly and on PPC and all this SEO and stuff like that. And then you've got graphics, everything. It's something different to learn all the time. And I think just being able to be in an industry where you can develop your knowledge on so many different things is just my favourite part because, as we know, Ellie likes learning.
Yeah,
You definitely like learning.
I love learning. I
suppose-
also love email marketing.
That kind of goes back to the education thing though, where the flaw in university and stuff. Because I'm you got a positive experience from uni, but I had a bad experience at uni. I didn't like it. And I don't think the actual education part of it was very good for me personally.
I can
But,
agree.
So if you're doing a course in marketing, what we were doing 3 years ago and what we're doing now is completely different. And
It's
if
completely
you look at
different.
what we're going to be doing in the next 3 years, it'll probably be completely different with AI stuff. So that's where for our role at least, working on the job makes such a is so much better than actually just learning about it because you're learning about what someone did 3 years ago. It doesn't matter anymore. We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's the same in apprenticeships as well. I did my apprenticeship and I worked somewhere at the same time. And I was using is it SWOT analysis and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Not once have I used that. It's good to know, I suppose. But all these different marketing, I don't even know what you call it. Frameworks and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an old structure and it's not going to work in new social media and new web design, AI and stuff. It's just not going to work.
I think
It's good to know.
in an agency environment as well, it's very much fast. You need to react fast.
Yeah, you don't have time to be doing a brand on you.
Because literally something can just happen. Something can come out, say a new AI tool comes out or whatever. Within a
Change
week,
something.
you've got to be using that or
Otherwise, you
leveraging
fall
that stuff.
behind. I think another thing as well as as you become more senior in marketing, your role changes to be more almost strategic, but really that means you're taking someone's problem and you're actually trying to turn that into a solution. So it's right, what have you got to sell, or what is your aim, and then how are you going to do it? And there's so many different ways in marketing to do that. With AI obviously becoming a rapidly important part of that.
I feel like that's something you're not taught about either, though. You should be, because that's the main point in marketing. It's you've got the answer to someone's question. How do you turn it? How do you get in their face? But you don't learn that in an apprenticeship. I don't know if you learn that at uni.
I think you learn that just with time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With trial and error. I think
yeah.
you've got to make the mistakes sometimes in order to realise what does and what doesn't work.
Yeah, and how to stand out.
And also like things like not flapping and not after just because something isn't working within a few days, then turning it off and turning something on again. That really doesn't work in marketing. You've got to stick to what your products and what your services and what your goals are, and really just keep plodding along. Consistency has always been really important in marketing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean like the fast pacedness and the changing and the ways that you reach those. That still is important.
Have you got any more questions for us?
Yeah, what's the worst thing about working in marketing
Oh.
that you can say on this podcast?
Safe space.
It's a
Until it
safe
goes on
space.
the internet.
Could always,
Safe
I'm
space.
going to need a minute to just
can always delete
think
it.
about how to.
I think, do you know what I think the worst part is? Like what Charlie said, imposter syndrome. I think it gets you almost every day where it's like, well, someone else can do this better than me, or I don't know, like, do I actually know enough about social media, or I don't know. It just gets you every single day, I think, when you're working on anything. Like I'll be working on something and it'll go out and it won't do well. It's like, oh, well, I didn't know what I was doing then. It's like, no, I had to do that in order to learn for the next thing. And you constantly have to test. And I think just getting that in your head, like, Ellie, what you're doing is right. You just need to test it. If it's not working, do it next. But then it's always going to get to a point where nothing's working. So, I don't know. Yeah, just imposter syndrome, I think, is massive. Might just be me problem.
Do you think you get that more in marketing than other jobs?
Thinking like creative
Yeah, that's a
jobs.
good question.
Creative jobs, I think, yeah. Because there's always someone else doing what
something.
you're doing, and they might be doing a little bit better. Or
Because they've got different ideas to you, you might think,
yeah.
oh, that's better than mine.
But then I
someone
suppose like a
else might not.
hairdresser, you could get a better hairdresser, and they think, oh well, I
Guess
must
that's
be
a
rubbish
creative
then.
job though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
I
is.
think better is quite subjective as well. It's like
It's the idea of
whatever better to you
Yeah.
is going to be better to someone different.
yeah,
And I think it, like we were touched on before, it's good to obviously benchmark and compare. But as long as you're doing better yourself than you were, you compare yourself to it like last year or 2 years before that. I think that's a more healthy way of comparing.
I think that's the unhealthy part of marketing though, because you're online all the time. So you've always got like the better. I don't know.
You are, but let's take LinkedIn for example.
Yeah.
Like LinkedIn, that's kind of your field or the field that you've gone down anyway with the personal branding side of things. If someone doesn't make that work and they're not freelance anymore, they don't just go, oh, this didn't work. I was actually lying and this was a load of shit. They just drop that off.
Yeah,
They don't you don't hear about all the bad stuff.
Yeah,
Because
it's all
everyone
the
just
good
talks
stuff.
about all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So then you're constantly comparing yourself to all the good stuff. And whether that's even the truth or not, I find like very debatable.
yeah,
Because I know I've done it. I know how hard like getting leads is. I know how hard running a business is. I know how difficult. And also it takes time, years and years and years and years of just building up that resilience. And then, yeah, there's just so much noise on social media and that doesn't, but I get it. Like it's really, it can be difficult because you like, especially when you're having a bad day or whatever and you're like, oh God, this ain't going well. And then you go on social media like, oh, I'm doing really well. This is amazing. And I feel like, and then you're just like, fuck, I'm doing even worse than I thought. When really, when you take yourself out of that day and you have a sleep and the next day and you're like, actually, no, I'm doing okay. If I compare myself to what I was doing a few years ago, like, look where I am now. I think that's a really a healthier way of approaching it.
yeah. Well,
I think like on like a bigger conversation, like that's like social media in general, right? Like
Yeah.
15 years ago, you'd have just gone to work, done your job, compared with the people in the room that you were working with. Now you're comparing yourself and comparing stuff every like freaking moment of the day.
To the
imposter
whole
syndrome,
world.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Imposter syndrome, like nobody even knew what that was about like 2 years ago. Now 2 years later, it's this massive, oh, I've got imposter syndrome.
So you would have probably felt it, but maybe not to the same degree.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
now you can
suppose-
see everybody else doing great and you're like, oh, okay.
And because we're chronically online, like you've feel
really
that
don't
quite a
know.
lot more than maybe some jobs. Like if you were a plumber, for example, you're not looking at Facebook and comparing other plumbing jobs constantly, are
No,
you?
you're just doing your own work
doing
and getting on
you're
with
doing
it.
the job.
Toilet looks
Whereas
better than
Yeah.
whereas our doing the job is seeing
and
like
pipes.
memes and stuff happening online. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that is part of the job, so we literally have to do that.
Yeah.
But as a result of that, you're seeing other people's work and being like, "Oh shit, that's a really good idea. I wish I had that idea."
Yeah, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah,
Like that answer. Why didn't I think of that?
yeah.
Because I don't really know what the worst thing is. I would probably agree to an extent. I don't necessarily get imposter syndrome. I don't know if that's just because I'm still so
So
young.
freaking
Well,
good.
you're so young. I'm not like, but I'm just
It's because I'm just so good.
because I'm I'm just better than everyone.
Yeah. So the two flips
So I
of the
don't get
scale, it's
imposter
imposter syndrome
syndrome?
or arrogance.
No, I obviously do, but I think I'd use it as more of like oh, that's really cool. Like I'm gonna copy that. No, I'd never copy anyone else's idea, but taking inspiration from what other people are doing and what's working. I think the most annoying thing is when you've put so much time and effort into something and it doesn't maybe go as well as you'd hoped,
Yeah.
and you're really proud of something and it's like, oh, it got 2 likes.
That's learning. I
You
feel
know.
like it's all a learning process there. And I feel like in
Definitely.
some degree, like Ellie and Charlie have similar personalities in the way that they always want to be better and you're constantly striving for that. And ultimately, like what you're doing is good enough. Like it's way surpasses good enough. But then you take that away
You
from
never
you.
see that.
You
yeah.
take that kind of like that striving away, and would you be good enough? It's like
No.
Mm-mm.
I think there's a balance there, isn't
Fine.
there? There's having that, but then it's also for me, it's not letting it get to an unhealthy level where it's making you where you're unhappy. I think is important. And if it's not, and you can manage that, then that's great. And I think that that motivates you, done it to some degree, but not letting it get to a stage where it then makes your personality and your home life and your work life dip. I think that's when it's like, right, maybe I need to manage my expectations here of what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we gone through yours, Lil?
Uh,
Worst part about working in marketing?
yeah.
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 But then is that just in like? Am I just used to that in my brain? I don't know if anyone else's, how other people's brains work. Like my brain's constantly like, oh, should I have said that? Oh, is my hair okay?
Yeah.
Or are my hands doing something weird? What am I doing? Should I have
I
said
think
that?
I used to be so.
How do I respond to that? Like it's just constant. Like that's what my brain's like. Literally everything. As I'm talking right now, my brain's going do, and I don't know if that's like.
But has that got better? Have you been able to deal with that better over the years of being pushed into maybe slightly uncomfortable situations?
Yeah, in stressful situations,
Yeah.
you handle that better. But I'm saying, like, do you just does everyone else's brain do that? I don't know.
Well, mine's not.
Because I'm the best.
Well, no,
I'm
because not that. I'm just
No, I
that's just
know.
not the way that my brain's thinking.
Yeah, no. I think I used to be like, well, still am a little bit like that. Maybe not as much now.
Okay, to conclude this podcast, I think everyone in marketing needs therapy.
Everyone needs therapy. Full stop.
Yeah, therapy's great.
Right, I've got 2 more.
Have you? All right, okay.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
they're quite quick fire ones.
Okay.
I'll leave the
Let's
quickest
not
fire one to
dwell on
last. So you're both Gen Z, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Quite different there.
Very different.
Yeah, really different.
Very similar, but very different.
Personality is different, but not that different. Lily's more like, Fortnite gaming, yeah, and I'm not.
What? Is that
That's what he was
thing
getting
you
at.
know
He was
about
looking
me?
at me thinking, yeah, you are a bit different.
I feel
We've
like
got very similar personalities, but just maybe different interests.
I feel
that's
like
what-
you have complementary
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah, I think that sums it up quite well, to be fair.
Yeah,
Very similar personalities, but different interests.
yeah.
Wait, what was the question?
So we're not different Gen Zs. Yeah, sorry.
I haven't even got to it yet.
Just trying to get the bottom of it.
So, in your opinion, what do Gen Z, like team members, staff, whatever the term you want to be, actually want from work, from their place of work? What do they want? What do you think they want from work? What are the most important things?
I think people older than us see us as like, oh, they just want this nice little work-life balance and all this stuff. And I don't think we do. Like, I see myself, I want to develop in my career. I see Lily, and she wants to, develop in her career and get into certain things and certain industries. I don't know a lot of people that are Gen Zs that don't want to do well for themselves. But I think we're very frowned upon, and people are like, oh, they just don't want to work and they just want to stay at home and this, that and the other. So I don't know.
I think
Money.
money. Thank you very much. I think I obviously agree with Ellie. I think, but that's, you can't speak for everyone in our generation. Some of them are.
You can never speak
some of
for
them don't
everyone.
want to work, and that's fine. That's what they want to do. It's not what I want to do. I want to work. We want a career, and we want to push ourselves to get to where we want to be. But I do think, as well, Gen Z want to live their lives, and it's not just all revolving around work. And they want to I guess a lot of it's social media orientated, oriented.
Yeah, oriented.
Is it tated? Orientated.
Social media orientated.
Oriented.
Tated?
It doesn't matter.
Tated?
Is it?
Tated?
Are they both
Tated?
words?
Tated?
They're both bad.
I think people in our generation, their life doesn't centre around their job as such. It's, people want to go and explore the world and do, things. And that
they value their time and their personal life.
Yeah, and that's
probably
why people
more than
work at the end of the day, to
previously.
do
Yes.
nice things and have money to do those things. But I think there is a percentage of us that, I sound really tone deaf right now. I don't know if I'll even use this. There is a percentage of us that want to get, do really well and be really successful and have a really good career. But I think a lot of people are very much it's just for social. It's just for show. It's just for social media. And
Well, I suppose it's that it's taking a step back as to what. And now we're getting a bit deeper here. Maybe we should do a full podcast about social media and its impact, because I feel like that has been the main interesting conversation from this. It's what is success? And I feel like that success to every person is different. Success to me, I think, is having a nice life with my family. It's not running a business really, but running a business with my brother, with everyone, enables me to live that nice life. Not only because of the money side of things, because I get paid, because I have the flexibility. I do it on my terms. I ain't got some boss telling me to be in the office till 9 p.m. on a night. And I think that's one of the but success to everyone is completely different. And I know loads of people that see success in completely different ways and not monetary and lifestyle. And I think there is now more of a shift towards the priority, because time is so important. You don't get it back.
I think as Gen Zs, we're exposed to more opportunities. So back in the day, you'd get a lot of people that would just go and do what their family was doing.
Yeah.
You'd go and do what your dad's doing, or you'd go and do what your mum's doing. Whereas now we've got Indeed, LinkedIn, we've got people just posting on their business social media, I need that person, And it just, we're exposed to more opportunities. So we have bigger ambitions of going travelling if we wanted to, or going and doing an apprenticeship, or going and doing something off your own back and then turning it into a career. Or, but I do get that element that I do think people are going travelling and are getting themselves into a lot of debt and are, moving to Dubai because it seemed as fun and seemed like it's a great time.
You put it on Instagram and then look how well I'm doing. When
exactly,
really,
yeah. And I don't think, it is probably another podcast to speak about, but I do think we are a generation that's been brought up with mobile phones. We've been brought up with Instagram of all things. That started off as, let me just share how good my life is with my family. We've been brought up to be how can we be better than
I'm not doing
this
well
person
enough
next door?
I've not
How
gone
can we be
here.
better? Yeah,
So
how
it's
can
almost
we?
inherent.
Yeah.
You're inheriting that.
Yeah,
Right?
how can we do better than someone we went to school with years ago? I guarantee my mum does not know what any person in their year is doing.
Yeah, or gives a shit.
Doesn't care. Whereas we was brought up in school to have our phones with us.
Which,
That's so
in a
interesting.
way, isn't necessarily a bad thing. to have those ambitions, to be
No.
like, how can I be better?
How can I be healthier?
How can I improve myself?
How can I
Yeah,
be
yeah.
better than this person I went to school with, which
There's
who
good and bad
cares?
things.
Who cares? But at the same time, it's like, you know, at least you're not, you know, not having ambition at all. You sort of settle in and you're not, I guess,
Sorry,
sorry.
Emma.
Got
Do you want to do one more question
Emma,
because you've been filming
Yeah, I
a
might
while.
cut some of
It's
that
very
out.
warm
'cause
as
that
well,
sounded
isn't it?
like
Right,
such
I've got a
dick,
real quick
but-
fire question to end it. Sorry.
You can edit this one.
Okay, wait.
Go again.
So, got a real quick fire question to end. Because the start of the podcast was you asking us about Superfly. So, quick fire. Describe working at Superfly in 3 words. Lily, go.
Hang on, sorry. Oh, that wasn't my words. Hang on, sorry.
Hang on,
Fortnite.
sorry.
I've got a
Hang
really
on,
quick
sorry,
one.
Fortnite. Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Shall I go?
Ellie, go.
Superfly is brilliant.
No, you can't.
Yes,
you can't
cheesy.
do that. It's Lee from Interest.
No, I don't say that on the podcast. I'll cut that out
I have to
now.
cut. Well, yeah, you were.
It
You
was
can't
an
say
inside
it.
joke.
It's not an inside joke. If he sees it, he'll be like, "They're taking the piss out of me."
Don't know what you're on about. Go. This is going to be heavily edited.
fun. Woo!
Fun. Lovely.
Creative, flexible. Funny.
Oh, you should have said Fortnite. Though.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Literally.
Oh, I
Fortnite.
thought you said funny.
That's a really difficult question.
Well, thank you, Sabrina Carpenter from Fortnite, for this
That's
podcast.
okay.
Guys, can you believe we've got Sabrina Carpenter on the podcast?
From Fortnite.
From Fortnite.
Sorry.
Not that she's like a real person or anything.
No.
No, she's only on Fortnite. We only
Insert
know.
pic.
Bink. Right. Well, thank you.
Okay.
They're really good questions.
Thank you for asking us.
Thank
those
you very much,
questions.
guys.
Thank you.
See you
Cheers.
in the next one.
See you in the next one.